Hello everybody, I'm Joanna from the Stratford Early On Center and I'm here to sing some baby time songs with you today. So if you've got a little one, you can put them on your lap, lay them down on the floor in front of you, somewhere where they're nice and comfy and they can sort of see you doing the actions and you can interact with them. If you've got some older ones who are joining us today, maybe they'd like to get a doll or a teddy bear, something that they can hold on their lap and they can do the actions with along with us. All right, in our Stratford Baby Time, we always start with la la. Are you ready? Get your hands up. Here we go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mwah. And of course, your little one, you're going to give them a hug and you're going to blow them a kiss. And when you're tapping on your knees, you're going to tap on maybe their tummy, tap on their legs. If they're sitting on your lap, you can tap on their knees. Somewhere that you're doing the actions to them or somewhere they can see you doing the actions. Let's try it one more time. Let's do our dada today. Dada is a fun word. And often babies start saying fairly young. D is an early sound that they can make. One more time with dada. You ready? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Mwah. Great. I love blowing those kisses. Okay, let's do our roly-poly. The song reinforces opposites. So again, if you've got a little one, make sure that you're doing the actions where they can see you, or maybe you're doing some hand over hand and you're doing with their arms. All right, and big kids, you can do it with your baby's arms or your teddy bear's arms. Ready? Roly-poly, roly-poly, out, 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 out. Roly, roly-poly, roly, roly-poly, in, 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 in. Ready to go up and down? Roly-poly, roly-poly, up, 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 up. Roly, roly-poly, roly, roly-poly, down, 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 down. All right, let's go fast and slow. You ready? Roly-poly, roly-poly, fast, 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 fast. Roly, roly-poly, roly, roly-poly, slow, 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 slow. Last one, let's do loud and shh. Roly-poly, roly-poly, loud, 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 loud. Roly, roly-poly, roly, roly-poly, shh, 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 shh. Great work. All right, our next one is Rock-a-Bye You High. It's another song that reinforces opposites, and it goes like this. Rock-a-bye you high, rock-a-bye you low, rock-a-bye you fast, rock-a-bye you slow, rock-a-bye you high, rock-a-bye you low, rock-a-bye you everywhere you go. One more time. Rock-a-bye you high, rock-a-bye you low, rock-a-bye you fast, rock-a-bye you slow, rock-a-bye you high, rock-a-bye-you low, rock-a-bye-you everywhere you go. Excellent. Sometimes people wonder why we do the same songs, start with the same songs. They think it's might be repetitive or they already know that song, but we're really doing it for the babies. It's a way for them to recognize that circle time is starting, and we know that repetition is really how babies learn. So by doing songs over and over again, they're going to start to recognize, and as they start learning words, they're going to have actions to go along with those words. So that's why we do a lot of repetition in our songs, especially for our baby time. Okay, our next song, because today when I was recording it, it was raining. So we're going to do The Rain is Falling Down. And this one has a fun splash sound that the babies really like. And we're going to play a game of peekaboo with the sun. And it goes like this. Rain is falling down, splash. Rain is falling down, splash. Pitter, patter, rain is falling down, splash. Ready for our sun? Sun is peeking out, peek. Sun is peeking out, peek. Peeking here, peeking there, sun is peeking out, peek. And our rain one last time. Rain is falling down, splash. Rain is falling down, splash. Pitter, patter, rain is falling down, splash. Great job. All right. I thought next we could pop some bubbles. Clapping is such a fun milestone when babies learn to clap. So by singing songs that encourage that clapping, it's a great way to teach them. So you can take their hands, if you have a baby that's too young and hasn't started clapping yet, and older ones, as soon as you start clapping, they're going to start imitating you. Ready to do some counting? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little bubbles, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little bubbles, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little bubbles, 10 little bubbles, go pop, pop, pop. Pop those bubbles, 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 pop those bubbles. 10 little bubbles, go pop, pop, pop. Did you get them? Great. You could do this outside blowing bubbles or even inside blowing bubbles, or you could do it in the bathtub as well. When they're all covered in bubbles, you can pop the bubbles on their bodies. Okay, one more time. You ready? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little bubbles, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little bubbles, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little bubbles, 10 little bubbles, go pop, pop, pop. Pop those bubbles, 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 pop those bubbles. 10 little bubbles, go pop, pop, pop. Great popping, such a fun song. Okay, next one is Tom, Tom the Teacher's Son. It has a really great rhythm to it, so we really encourage you to either, if they're lying on the floor, you could tap on their tummy. If they're sitting on your lap, tap on their legs or maybe on the back, somewhere that they really feel the rhythm to this one. And it's another one where we play a game of peekaboo. Okay, you ready? Tom, Tom the Teacher's Son went to school when he was 1. The only thing that Tom could do was play a game of peekaboo. Let's do it one more time. You ready? Tom, Tom the Teacher's Son went to school when he was 1. The only thing that Tom could do was play a game of peekaboo. Great. Peekaboo is a wonderful game for helping out with separation anxiety. So you can start by just doing a little peekaboo. I love when babies start putting blankets over their head and really only have one eye covered and playing peekaboo themselves. And then you could extend it a little bit by maybe hiding behind some furniture and playing peekaboo that way. Okay, let's move on to some action songs and some bouncing rhymes. One of our favorites for sure at baby time is Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. So if you want to put baby on your lap, and we'll go for a ride. With the big kids, we often count backwards from 5. With our babies, we count forwards 1, 2, 3, and then blast off because they're just learning numbers. So we want to reinforce that counting. All right, everybody got a lap? Okay, here we go. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon in 1, 2, 3, blast off. Excellent. You can either lift them up in the air with your arms, or you can lift them up with your knees. Let's do it one more time. You ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon in 1, 2, 3, blast off! Excellent. And just one thing to remember, if you've got a really little one, want to make sure that they're facing you when you're lifting them up in the air, and then that way you can keep eye contact with them. They don't get quite so scared. With big kids who like it rough, no problem, but definitely those little ones, you want to keep them facing you so that you can keep eye contact, and that way you can tell whether or not they're enjoying the activity or not by their reading their facial expressions. Okay. Next one is a newer one, and it's about some horses. So we're going to go for another horsey ride so you can keep them on your lap. Big kids, I hope you've got a teddy bear or something on your lap, or maybe you're sitting on mom's lap. All right, we're going to go for a horsey ride, and this is about 10 galloping horses, and it goes like this. 10 galloping horses rode through town. 5 were white and 5 were brown. 5 rode up and 5 rode down. 10 galloping horses rode through town. Great. Let's go for one more horsey ride. Are you ready? One more time. 10 galloping horses rode through town. 5 were white and 5 were brown. 5 rode up and 5 rode down. 10 galloping horses rode through town. Great galloping. Horsey rides are always fun. All right, our last one is another lap rhyme. We're getting a good leg workout today. And this is Wibbleton to Wobbleton. So we're going to fall to one side and fall to the other side. So this is really helping them with that core sort of strength. So if you've got a really little one, make sure you're supporting their head. Otherwise, you can just hold their hands or hold their torso. All right, are you ready? From Wibbleton to Wobbleton is 15 miles. From Wobbleton to Wibbleton is 15 miles. From Wibbleton to Wobbleton, from Wobbleton to Wibbleton, from Wibbleton to Wobbleton is 15 miles. Whew, that's a tongue twister. All right, let's do it one more time. And it doesn't matter which side of Wobbleton is one side, Wibbleton is the other, and 15 miles is in the middle. We kind of do a back and forth action. One more time, you ready? From Wibbleton to Wobbleton is 15 miles. From Wobbleton to Wibbleton is 15 miles. From Wibbleton to Wobbleton, from Wobbleton to Wibbleton, from Wibbleton to Wobbleton is 15 miles. Woohoo! Good job. All right, for our last song, we're going to do a new version of Head and Shoulders. So instead of doing all the way from our head, shoulders, knees, and toes, we're going to do some head and shoulders and some counting. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to start with just the head and shoulders. So I'm going to do my head and shoulders. Big kids, if you've got a doll or a bear, you can do their head and shoulders. And mums or dads, if your baby's lying on the ground in front of you, you're going to point to their head and their shoulders. And it goes like this. Head and shoulders, baby, 1, 2, 3. Head and shoulders, baby, 1, 2, 3. Head and shoulders, head and shoulders, head and shoulders, baby, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to do the same, but with their knees and their toes. So we're really reinforcing those body parts with this and doing some counting to 3 as well. Are you ready to point to some knees and toes? Knees and toes, baby, 1, 2, 3. Knees and toes, baby, 1, 2, 3. Knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes, baby, 1, 2, 3. Okay, next is our eyes and ears. You ready? Eyes and ears, baby, 1, 2, 3. Eyes and ears, baby, 1, 2, 3. Eyes and ears, eyes and ears, eyes and ears, baby, 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, you ready for the last one? Mouth and nose, baby, 1, 2, 3. Mouth and nose, baby, 1, 2, 3. Mouth and nose, mouth and nose, mouth and nose, baby, 1, 2, 3. Awesome. I hope they enjoyed that one. It's a fun little, it's a new version of head and shoulders. We'll get some counting and we're really reinforcing those different body parts. And it's an easy one to do with your baby lying down on the ground in front of you. All right. Well, it's time to finish off with our lullaby. We'll do our sweetheart, you're my little star. So if everybody wants to get a cuddle, either cuddle your doll or a teddy bear, or mums, pick up your babies and have a nice little cuddle, and we'll finish off with our lullaby. We're going to do Sweetheart, You're My Little Star. You ready? Sweetheart, you're my little star. How I love the way you are. How I wonder what you'll be as I rock you on my knee. Sweetheart, you're my little star. How I love the way you are. You can do it one more time, nice and quietly. You ready? Sweetheart, you're my little star. How I love the way you are. How I wonder what you'll be as I rock you on my knee. Sweetheart, you're my little star. How I love the way you are. Great job. Thank you so much for singing songs with me today. I love doing our baby time songs. I love doing all our circle times. Really enjoying singing songs for you. I hope you're enjoying them too. Anyway, till next time, bye-bye.